What's going on, Taurus? Welcome or welcome back to Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. You already know, as always, as you're coming into this space, I am sending you all of the good energy and the positive vibes that you may need at this time. If you're interested in booking a session or a service with me, if you're interested in following me on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, make sure that you check out the description box because all of that information is going to be there. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, love, what are you doing? What are you waiting on? What's taking you so long? What's taking you so long? These are not messages that you're going to want to miss. So make sure that you subscribe. I come and I post a collective message daily for the most part. And I come once a week and I'll do the collective messages for each zodiac sign. So make sure you tap in. Join the family. Okay, we want you to be a part of the army, okay? We are going into the Thoth Tarot deck, and then I also have a clarification deck that I'm using. And after that, before we actually get up out of here, we'll go into the, what is it called? The Moonology Oracle cards. So, Spirit, you know what it is they need to hear. You know their hearts, you know their minds. Can you please give me the cards for me to be able to deliver the message in a way that they'll be able to receive it with an open mind and an open heart? I thought we almost had something. I thought it was about to jump. There it goes. There's that one. Spirit, can we have whatever cards you think we need in order for me to be able to deliver the message in a way for me to be able to receive it with an open mind and an open heart? I think that's it. I think that might be it. That might be more than I was expecting. But boop, 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 boop. Alright, we got something to work with here. We got something to work with here. I'm gonna have to really start going back and studying the readings that I do before I come back and do another one so I can see whether or not we're actually moving forward or we're kind of stuck in the same energy and stuff like that. That was perfect. Alright, so underneath it all, first and foremost, we have the chariot. All right. The chariot is pretty much talking about moving forward, moving forward from something and pretty much being able to overcome something moving forward. It's like that energy of triumph, right? Like, I've done it, I've overcome it, I've accomplished this. Okay. So underneath it all, that is the energy. I will set this here just in case I need to go back and reference that. I don't want to lose the energy of that card. Now, again, we're going to go into the energies that we have on the table. I'll clarify a few of them, and before we leave, we will go into the Moonology Oracle deck. So the first card, okay, it is the Hermit, but it comes out in reverse. So the Hermit in reverse is like some resistance to you really tapping into your purpose. And I know that when I'm saying this, it's probably either you don't know it or you feel like you probably are operating in it. It can be a number of different things, right? But Spirit is like, I need you to tap into your purpose. Everybody was created with a purpose, whatever that may mean to you or for you, right? It's time for you to start allowing yourself to operate in that. Have you ever heard, I think it's a scripture. I'm quite sure it's a scripture where they your treasure is where your heart is. Right? It is a scripture. Your treasure is where your heart is. So when you really start to tap into what you're passionate about, and whether it's what changes you want to make in the world or how what you want to do to service humanity, sort of kind of speak, start tapping into that. Some people, I don't even like people like that. There's a reason why you have come to believe that you don't like people. There's a reason why you have come to believe that you don't like people, just all people, right? And I get it, we have had certain experiences, people have done certain things. However, you still got a purpose. Those things didn't happen to discourage you from showing up and showing out in the area where you're supposed to or where you need to, right? So with the energy that comes on the next card, which is the Tower in reverse, let's go back a little bit, because those energies, like I said, they're not to discourage you. They're to redirect you or to put you in, give you a new sense of direction, if I could say it that way, right? And with this Tower card popping up, it's like, okay, I'm seeing everything, but I'm seeing it from like a certain point of view. I can only see it from the low vibrational point of view, opposed to you seeing it from a higher space, right? Being able to see things from the top, you get to see the bigger picture, pretty much, opposed to you looking at the, like, standing from the bottom and trying to look up. You don't get to see as much as you would be able to see around you or surrounding you if you were standing on the top of something and then looking down at it, right? It's almost like this broadened perspective. I do feel like you need to get clear on like what it is that you want to do. How do you want to show up? Who do you want to be? You can do whatever you put your mind to. You gotta just get clear on it. Really start telling yourself and aligning with your thoughts. Like telling myself, oh, I want to be a teacher. I want to be successful, right? Like it can be a number of different things, a number of different ways that you can start showing up for yourself. Now, I use teacher as an example because like I wanted to be a therapist. I wanted to be a social worker. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a juvenile probation officer, right? But the essence of all of these things or all of these titles, right, it's kind of like helping the community or putting back into the community or pretty much what I do now. So I was placing a title on this thinking that it was supposed to look a certain type of way, and then here I am being a spiritual development and manifestation strategist, but I'm still teaching. For one, I'm still being supportive emotionally. I am still being supportive mentally, spiritually. I'm still, being an advocate for what it is that I believe in and a number of different things. You understand what I'm saying? So just take some time to really get clear on what it is that you actually want to do and start to recognize like what feelings are keeping you from doing that. Because it's almost like a reversal type of thing. Because when you think a certain way, you feel a certain way. And we've discussed this before. When you think a certain way, you feel a certain way, which dictate and determines the actions, which dictate and determine the results, right? So at this point, it's like you want to do something, but there is something that's keeping you from doing it. Do you feel like nobody's going to support you? And I know that's a stretch when I say it, because when I'm saying, do you feel like nobody's going to support you? Most times people be worried or wondering about their family and their friends and the people who are around them, which as those people may not be your target audience anyway. They're not going to be the ones to support what you got going on. It's everybody else out in the world, the other 8 billion something people that's out there in the world that's going to contribute and pour into you and pour into your brand and things of that nature. So just be real mindful of that. Like try to get down to the bottom of why you're not, like what feelings are you feeling that are keeping you from going into that space of getting your things in order, putting structure together. Excuse me. I do also feel like you need to find some type of balance, like in the different areas and aspects of your life. So you may have a work life, a home life, then you got your kids, or then you have, work life, home life, then you have the life with your kids, and then you have a social life, and then you have your love life, and then you have your fitness goals or your fitness lifestyle or whatever the case may be. You want to start like making sure that you are putting yourself in position to at least operate in them all pretty much like throughout the week. I was initially gonna say like paying attention to them on a daily basis, pouring into these areas or these aspects of yourself on a daily basis. But I don't want people to start feeling overwhelmed, thinking like you have to do this in a day. You can break it down. You can split it up. Like there's so many different ways, so many different things that you can actually do. So yeah. Next, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like you're allowing your thoughts to kind of like start letting up a little bit. They're not interfering as much as they were before, but there's still this sense of confusion. Like what am I supposed to be doing, or how am I supposed to move forward, or what is she even trying to say to me? I don't get it. Allow yourself to be in a position to receive new information or to even expand certain things. If you've come across this, you've come across it for a reason, and you may initially be biased to some of the things that I say or even how I say them. I can't take that from you. Like, I'm not trying to force my beliefs onto you in any type of way, shape, or form. My job is to show up and give you something to think about so that you can start figuring this out for yourself, so that you can start doing the necessary research, so that you can start asking the questions that you need to ask in order for you to get a clearer or a better understanding, whether it's from me, from yourself, or from anybody else, right? There is some like traditional mental stuff that you're holding on to, like thoughts that you think about, and the one that I always use is like family comes first, or family over everything. For some people, yeah, that may be true, but for others, they feel like family is the ones who have the easiest access to hurt you, or family are the ones that hurt you the most. So, sort of kind of speak. So it really depends on which side of the spectrum you're on. But just because you have been taught something or told something over time, and this is how you've been operating and what you familiarized and stuff like that, it does not necessarily mean that is the solid, like, that's just it. There are different strokes for different folks. As you're elevating, as you're going and growing through life, you're going to start seeing things in a different way. And this is where some of that conflict may come from, as far as that internal dialogue, where it's interfering with how you move or how you do things, or even causing that extra confusion. So I just want you to, again, keep yourself open to being able to receive new information. Like, don't be so closed off just because it's not something that you're familiar with, or that you haven't come into thus far, if I may say it that way. We are going to start clarifying a few of these cards. We'll do all the ones that are in reverse, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it looks like. So, Spirit, can we have the card to clarify the Hermit in reverse, please? Yes. See, I be knowing that y'all be knowing this stuff. Y'all be knowing deep down inside. It may even be something that you're thinking about, but you just be overthinking it. For real, for real. Spirit, can we have the cards to clarify the Hermit? You know what it is that we need. That's bogus. That is bogus. So we're going to take this one, because this is the first one that came out. They gave us way too many. I think probably 8 cards to clarify the Hermit in reverse. And I don't think that's necessary in this moment. So clarifying the Hermit in reverse, you got the Ace of Disc, which is talking about new beginnings. You have the Seven of Wands, which is talking about a struggle or a battle. And then you have the Prince of Disc. So let's put those all together. You got the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Disc, the Seven of Wands, and the Prince of Disc, which is clearly indicating there's a new beginning that you are up for, right? There's this new beginning. You can see it, you want it, you know it, you're yearning for it. It's in your soul, you're saying, I want to start something, or I want to experience something, not start. I want to experience something new. But there's this battle, there's this struggle of how I'm supposed to do it, or there's this struggle with me moving forward, or there's this struggle, there's this combative energy. People always hating, they always trying to stop my shine, they always trying to slow me up, so on and so forth, right? Then you have the Prince of Distance, learn from that. You're not picking up certain lessons. And I always talk about the lessons that life put down. You got to start picking them up and paying attention. Stop putting yourself in a position to take things so personally, and start actually asking stuff like, what is this trying to show me? What is the message that I'm supposed to get from this? Spirit, can you show me? Can you show me what message am I supposed to get from this? And then what will end up happening is you'll have a conversation with somebody, not the individuals who are doing weird shit, but you'll have a conversation with somebody, and you'll a bulb will light up in your mind, telling you exactly what it is that you needed to know about your own situation. Or you can even be watching TV and it comes that way. Or you can be reading a book and it comes that way. It doesn't really matter how it shows up. You just have to be paying attention so that you can know when it's there. Okay? Spirit, can we have the cards to clarify the Tower in reverse? But remember, like, the underneath it all energy is the fact that, like, you're moving forward. You're moving forward. You're moving forward. You're moving forward. Now, don't hold yourself up. The Tower. Yes, the Two of Cups. And then you got the Empress. And then you got the Three of Wands that fell. And I don't feel like picking it up, but I guess I'm going to have to, huh? They be, give me a second. Okay. So again, we got the Two of Cups, we got the Empress, and then we have the Three of Wands. So with that Tower card in reverse, when I was talking about not being able to see things from a higher perspective or see the bigger picture of this Tower in reverse is like showing you how to show up for yourself, showing you how to love yourself, appreciate yourself, give yourself grace, like operate in gratitude. And once you start like loving yourself on a, like, to the highest extent, if I could say it that way, then it brings in this Empress energy where it's like, I know who I am, right? I accept me for who I am. So even if the world doesn't, at least I'm okay with being me. And I don't have to change who I truly am at heart to make other people satisfied or to get other people to agree with me or to get other people to operate in a similar space or nothing like that. The Three of Wands is telling you have everything that you already need. So if there's anything or where there's anything that you're seeking outside of yourself, there is already all that you need in this moment. So as you're going forward, yes, you are going to come into more knowledge, more wisdom, more experiences, more friends, more business relationships, or whatever it is. But for where you are right now, you definitely have everything you need. So even if you're looking like, I gotta find the courage to, no, you don't have to find the courage to do shit. You need to tap into the courage that's already there. Oh, I have to find the confidence. I don't have the confidence. You do. It's just that certain things have happened over time where you have suppressed that energy of being able to operate with so much confidence. So there's methods, there's exercises, there is mantras and chats and affirmations and all of these things that can assist you with moving forward if you so choose to utilize them. Simply put. Spirit, can we have the cards to clarify the Eight of Swords in reverse? Thank you. So yeah, I get it. Let me get a couple more. Thank you. So we got the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands it came out sideways, so we're going to keep it sideways. And then you got the Prince of Wands, and then you have the Three of Swords. So it's like, you know, the energy with the Two of Wands is like, almost like you gonna put it into action, like you're gonna put it into action, and then you kind of allow those thoughts to stop you from putting into action. I totally get it. But now you're in a position where you actually need to start taking the action to move forward. Pay attention to how you process information, because that's what be hurting your feelings or making you feel some kind of way, right? Like, I be talking about this part all the time as well. Just because you see this vision in your mind doesn't mean that you're going to be able to bring it to life the first time that you try, right? But as long as you keep on doing whatever it is that you need to do, then it's eventually going to come into fruition, because this is what you've seen. You didn't see the whole process. All you seen were certain steps, or all you seen was the end goal. So now it's up to you for you to start, again, putting together the pieces of the puzzle that Spirit is providing for you so that you can actually bring that to life. Like, whatever it is that you see in your mind, because it's possible. Now, when I'm saying whatever you see in your mind, you may even be seeing these certain things with certain people, right? I don't want you to be attached to the people who show up in this vision. I want you to be more aware of the feelings that you feel in that space, right? Like, when it comes to the things that you want to create, if you're having some visions and they're making you feel awkward or bad or negative, then that's some whole other stuff. You want to work on that, figure out what's really going on in that situation. However, when you see your visions, like I said before, you don't want to expect certain people that's around you now to be in that space. The energy that you feel when you look at your life in the future, like when you see it in your mind's eye so that you can bring it into your reality, pay attention to what it makes you feel like. And that's the energy that you want to associate yourself with. Okay? I definitely hope thus far this has been informative, or it's helping, or it's giving you some type of insight that you can utilize. We are now going into the Moonology Oracle deck. So, Spirit, what is the message that you have for us in this deck? You know their hearts and you know their situations. Can you please give me the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive the message with an open mind and an open heart? Come on now. Come on now, what y'all waiting on? No, I don't. I'm like, no, I don't. So the first card, we got 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna take all 3 of these. And one day y'all gonna come to understand why I like relaying these messages. Even though yes, I'm reading the cards, it's still the energy that they're making me feel to be able to deliver the message in a way for you to be able to receive it with an open mind and an open heart, right? Whether it's beginning, middle, or end, or the whole thing, but this first card says it's time to take action. And this is literally what I was just talking about a couple of minutes ago. Like, it's like like, you know how somebody getting ready to do what is called double dutch, and how they be rocking back and forth, getting ready to do it, and then eventually you just do it, and when you hop in there, you just doing it. That's that type of energy, right? And this one says your hard work is paying off. Oh, yes. I love these last two for y'all, for real. The first one too, but it says your hard work is paying off, and then it says the end of a tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So with that Chariot card and you being able to move forward, with that Tower moment being in reverse and you being able to actually start pouring into yourself and realizing who you are and understanding, understanding, and overstanding that you have everything that you need inside of you, sort of kind of speak, right? And just being able to pull back the layers of yourself. I want to say this before I go. Feeling emotion is not a weak thing. Like, feeling your emotions, being able to identify and process them and things like that. Some people may think like, and this is male or female, some people don't like to tap into those feelings because it's like they feel like it's making them weak. Vulnerability, okay, is a strength. Learn how to operate in it. Learn how to use it to your advantage, for real and not for play. Now, with that being said, that is what I have on this table for us today. Y'all make sure that y'all enjoy yourself until next time. Peace.